boys and girls. I didn't know you were there. I was looking in my special mirror for my friends. Oh, I got to see Gracie and Carter. And there was Coy. Oh my, and there's Avery. Oh, I'm so glad I got to see my friends. Actually, this is not a real secret mirror, but it's one I like to pretend to look in just to think about all of my special friends I have. And maybe someday I'll look in it and I'll get to see you. Wouldn't that be nice? So you be my friend, and then I'll see you in my special mirror. I have two friends with me today. This is Winnie and this is Jack. They're my weather friends. They let me know what it's going to be like out either today or tomorrow. And right now we have a tree, and the tree is covered. It has some snowflakes on. I guess it's because we did have snow. And they've got grass and it's green. But how about your backyard, boys and girls? Do you have green grass, or do you have some snow that's covered on top of your grass? I have some snow on mine, and I have some grass. And how about some mud? Do any of you have mud? Yeah. So we're going to put some snow on there. Now, boys and girls, when you get to come into the library, someday that will happen, I'm sure of it. But for now, we have to talk online. But when you do get to come in, you're going to be able to dress Jack and Winnie for me to tell me what the weather's going to be like. Well, today I was out for a walk and I was so cold. I had my hat and my gloves on and a coat. So what do you think they should wear? Here's a raincoat for Winnie. Would that be good? No, I don't think so. It's not raining. How about her windbreaker? Would that work? No, I don't think so. Here she has mittens, a coat, and a scarf. How would that be? I think you're right. Good job. She's going to put on her hat also, because it was so blustery. She's going to have that to keep her head warm, and her coat, her scarf, and her mittens. Now, what do you think Jack's going to wear today? Do you think he's just going to go out with short sleeves? I don't think so. Should I get his winter coat? Or do you think, look, he has a raincoat too? I'm going to get his winter coat. He has mittens with his, and then he has a nice tassel hat to keep his head warm. So now, oh, Jack lost his coat, didn't he? That happens. All right, so now Jack and Winnie are all set for those chilly days that we have during the winter. All right. Now, boys and girls, I realized something. I didn't introduce myself. I am Miss Tracie, and you will be seeing me each week with a story and also a craft. I am so excited to be here with you. I love to read stories. I love to do crafts. And I love you as friends too. I'm hoping to make lots of new friends. So, shall we get started on our story for today? I have a story today. It is titled A Snowman Named Just Bob. How many of you are called just Teresa or just Charlie? No? None of you have just for your first name? Well, this is a snowman who is just Bob. It is written by Mark Kimball Moulton, and it's illustrated by Karen Hilliard Crouch. All right, let's get started. It says here that this book was written for their treasured families and friends. The moon, the stars, the tiny little snowflakes, carrots and each other, and all the innocent bystanders who get caught up in the magic. Do you have magic? It seems like when there's snow, there is lots of magic. All right, boys and girls, let's see, how is this going to be? Can you see this good from where you're at? I'm just going to scoot right here because I want you to be able to see all of the illustrations. And I'm going to move this. How's that, boys and girls? Is that better? All right. It was late that one Thanksgiving when Bob first came to me. A joyful day of food and fun with friends and family. We'd feasted well, as I recall, on Mother's fine cooked fare, then settled down to rest a while and nap without a care. No one knew what was to be as daylight grew quite dim, that soon our lives would change so much, simply because of him. The weatherman reported that no snow was due that night, but as we slept, the clouds rolled in, obscuring all the light. And though that weatherman had tried, he never could have said just what was forming in the sky directly overhead. What do you think is coming? The moon grew bright, then disappeared, then broke into a laugh. Ha ha ha! The stars began to dance a jig. The clouds just split in half. In retrospect, I do believe that magic came that night. No ordinary storm, you see, could stir up such a sight. The sky began to whip around, then settled on its way. The wind skipped lightly through the trees, inviting me to play. And late that eve there fell the first exquisite tiny flake, followed by another, and still others in their wake. And this is when I dare to say that Bob first came to be, as peace fell lightly like a robe o'er every hill and tree. He fell upon my windowsill, he landed in my hair, he frosted all my neighbors' homes and blew throughout the air. Just when it seemed the storm might pass, or at least be quite mild, the moon came out and gave a wink, and then stood back and smiled. 'Twas like he knew the answer to a real-life mystery, a delightful understanding that would soon be clear to me. The snow took on an eerie cast, first pink, then blue, then gold, then anxious little whirlwinds leaped round my feet so bold. Suddenly I heard Bob whisper. His voice was soft and kind. He asked me if I'd help him, then if I would be so inclined, to gather up those many flakes and roll them in a ball, till he could be and be with me in shape and form and all. But Bob, I cried, I just don't know where you are in all of this, 'cause all of you is everywhere throughout this snowy mess. You're scattered over everything. How do you recommend that I gather all your goodness up and make a perfect friend. 'Twas then Bob shared a secret, and I knew just what to do, for he whispered these few words to me that I now share with you. Friendship is a simple thing. The clue is just to start, as long as it is built on trust and love from in your heart. I ran into my mother's house to wake those sleepy folk. I bid them come and help me to roll and pat and poke and build that grand old snowman and do a right good job to bring to life my special friend, my snowman named just Bob. We laughed and sang and ran about as Bob began to be. We gathered up what we would need. Everything was free. Some coal for eyes, a carrot nose, some sticks, a scarf, a hat, a smile so wide it warmed your heart, a coat, and that was that. Perhaps you may think so far that magic ruled that day, but so far will seem like nothing compared to what was on its way. For this is when our new friend Bob decided to awake. He opened up his twinkling eyes. His belly, it did shake. His voice, I do remember, was something of a dream. His countenance so pleasing, unearthly it did seem. And though you might be doubtful, a talking friend made out of snow, this is what we heard from Bob. He wanted us to know. You've given me my eyes so I might see and blink, a mouth, a hat, a carrot nose, so I might speak and think. The scarf indeed is cozy, it's sure to keep me warm. And thank you all for giving me such a shapely form. I hope it snows a-plenty, so I might stay and share in all your loving friendship, your thoughtful, tender care. But when it warms, or if in spring you miss that I'm not near, put a sign in your front yard that reads just Bob was here. Well, that was it. 'Twas all Bob said that dreamy starry night. He said his piece, he closed his eyes, yet everything seemed right. We all joined in celebration, for his message was quite clear, that just like all good faithful friends, Bob is always near. Bob was here. They put the sign up, didn't they, boys and girls? Bob told them if they were missing him to put a sign up and remind them that Bob was near, that Bob was here. They were very good friends, weren't they? Do you remember what they said about makes a good friend? About trusting and being a friend right from your heart? I think he loved Bob right from the start, didn't he? Yes, that was a good story. I like that. Have you ever built a snowman? It's fun to do, isn't it? Boys and girls, did you hear some knocking? I heard some knocking. I wonder what it could be. Should I look? Do you hear it? There it goes again. What could it be? don't know. Should I look in my mirror? No, nobody's in there. I do have my craft box with me. I don't think you saw it. Did you see it? It's sitting over here. What do you think? It sounds like it's coming from in here. Should I look? I don't know. What if somebody's in there? Do you think? Could somebody be in here? Let me see. Uh-oh, there is somebody in there. Oh goodness, are you ready? I don't know. No, I don't know. I'll see if he's ready to come out. Okay, should we see? I don't know. He looks like he could be a friend of yours. Hi, did you want to come out and play? Oh, he did. What? Oh, he says he's afraid to talk to you. This is my friend. Oh, I know. They're pretty nice, aren't they? Okay, let's see if he will come out. What were you doing? You were hiding in there? Why? Why were you hiding? He told me he was hiding because he thought new people were coming. What? Oh, it's okay. We can all be friends. Will that be all right? It is? It's okay? Sometimes he gets a little scared. What? I didn't tell you his name? Oh, let me see if you can guess. Oh, he's got 2 ears, a lovely green nose. Oh, he has a green tongue. Oh my. Does it squeak? It even squeaks. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to embarrass him. And then look at his belly. He has something in common with the snowman. He's got buttons on his belly. Oh, I know. Do you know what his name is? His name is Buttons. Yes, it is. Do you like that name? He does. Do you know what he likes? He likes buttons too. That's why he was hiding in my craft box, because my craft box has buttons in. And he also likes my magic mirror because it has buttons. He likes to look in there. Oh, some days he likes to look in there a lot. Buttons, did you see our craft? He saw its craft. What are we going to do? Let's see. Do you want to know what our craft is? Should I give you a sneak peek? Okay. Here we go. That's all you got to see. Okay, Buttons. Should we tell them to come back? He says to come on back, okay? So you come back to our craft video, okay? I hope you come back next week. Buttons will be here. Maybe his ear will perk up. He has a lazy ear, doesn't he? Yes. Oh, it's okay, Buttons. It's all right. We love you, even though your little ear likes to flop over. That's okay. All right. But next week, you come back for story time. I'm sure Buttons will be here again. All right. He knows there's another good story coming. So you come back. And until I see you again, I want you to remember 2 things. Okay. Buttons, what should they remember first? Are you sure? Okay. Buttons says to be kind. That's number 1. What's the other one? I know they can do this. Okay. All right. He's excited to tell you this. This is number 2. He said, be a friend. Okay? So this week, be kind and be a friend. Okay? Until next week. I'll see you later. You remember, be a friend and be kind. Bye-bye. Say bye, Buttons. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay. All right. Bye-bye. Oh, he's going to turn it off.